I'm
And
sure we could scrounge up some cat memes to link in the chat or something.
yeah, sure. Here, have a cat trophy. Sounds good. But yeah, this is it's been good. This is from the old school of casting when things just went crazy and you just kept going. We have kept going. You know, it's gonna be nice.
So my
We don't
question
have
to
to
you,
custom.
Basic Time, though, is that does that fail flash, that they're aware of it, they had the pause, does that factor into the level 1 action here? Do you abort and invade from something like that?
I don't know. Cho'Gath is pretty fast right now. He in fact has all the move speed, as we've seen a lot of jungle Cho'Gath
That
do.
is movement speed quintessences and the masteries on both the utility and the defense
That's
spec.
correct. Double masteries, so all the speed right now for Cho. So I don't think it's going to stop him too much. It could cause some sort of awkward situation if they do get caught, but from the way they're invading, looks pretty safe right now. Of course, we can see the whole map, so that's a little bit unfair. KT poking a little bit around here on the other side of the jungle, so parallel invades potentially here for these teams. Olaf doing a little bit of scouting, but no one's down here, although there is a ward in that tribush for KT2, so they've done a really good job of covering their entrances here. And Cho is going to get spotted. What he gets, we're not too sure, but there are now five members of MVP Blue looking to invade here. There's a trap being put in that brush. In fact, they'll see that, so maybe even going to expect to invade a little bit earlier. I think they can see them now, though. Yeah, they can. Definitely now.
It's an unfortunate way of getting express warning. And so it looks like they're going to have a trade, though, here.
Yeah, it looks like
Although Olaf will be very mad about that, because he really wants the raids.
he's going to get the race, which is nice. And he is going to get out safely. In fact, he very intelligently only takes half the
Yeah, I
count.
mean, he doesn't want to ruin his own jungler's race, but he's like, whoa, I don't even have flash here, guys.
Yeah, doesn't want to die. Takes wolves as well, I think, too. Yeah, here we go. So really interesting start for Olaf. Going to get a bit of an experience boost doing a bit of jungling.
And maybe that will help out that matchup up top, man, because remember that although you get an extra ability, which everyone thinks about when you get a level, and right now he's about a melee minion away from level 2, you also get those tanky stats, more armor, more magic resist. Ah,
Level
but
2
look what
gank.
he's done.
Wow, the damage on Nidalee! Goodbye,
She crumpled.
Cougar Lady. She did. Her crazy triangle feet just buckled underneath her.
And I was just about to say, Olaf's going bottom lane 1v2.
Yeah, well, we noticed that when we see Maokai chilling there, and that was, oh man, he did the super sneaky level 2 Maokai. He did the arcane smash first business. That is something that can, you know, set you back if you want to do.
It's one of those things where you almost feel trolled as a laner because you're like, he's not supposed to do that.
He is not supposed to do that, but he did, and with your own red buff nonetheless, and that was a brutal gank.
So
there
what we
on the
usually see here is the blue buff Olaf 1v2. So he's going to be wanting for mana very quickly here, though he has got 2 mana pots.
Yeah, he wisely got a few extra pots, including those mana ones when he went back. And extra levels here are going to help us though, getting
It seems
more
like your
undertone.
shouting has woken up some people in the chat. So hello once again.
Oop, apologies.
Yeah, we're trying to get that third wind.
Yeah,
Fourth
I don't
wind?
know. There's many wins right now. We got to
Many
dive down the
wins.
bottom lane. No fee, many
Single
wins.
wind like Messiah.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll contact Many Reads and be like, hey buddy, you should re-ID to Many Wins. Do it for us, man.
But man, we got to get hyped because this game has a lot on the line. And Maokai, he just rewrote the playbook. He was like, hey, I don't have to gank to level 3. I can gank to level 2.
Level 2 is the best time to gank. Olaf right now down the bottom. I've been here for a little while, but he's CSing pretty nicely actually. Doubling Nidalee's CS. A hefty 13 to 6 right now. And that top tower is dead. Almost. It's going to be close. One more mooning wave. And that's going to be curtains for that tower. So really aggressive here for KT. Really showing just why the lane swap can be quite good. You know, this is the power of these things. First saw Zubu Blaze, a team we will be getting to tonight. We saw them do this, you know, force these 2v1 lanes, really push down turrets. And KT2 making a show of it right now, here in the river. Nofi's in a bit of trouble. Cacao doing a lot of damage. There's a red buff. Cho taking a lot of here. I don't know if he can get out of this. There's the Oriana ball for a bit of extra speed. A great distance there. I think that's going to be the kill. Oh, wow. He got silenced in there as well, so that was really awkward timing. Feral Scream did not seem to... was not as
Yeah,
advertised.
it was untargetable because it was cast slightly, like a half second before
Yeah, I even saw the
Feral
silence.
Scream affected.
I even saw the silence icon above his head as well. That was just, yeah, unfortunate timing there for Cho'Gath. And there's 2 quick kills for KT. That top tower's not long for this world, but they're rotating down now for the mid. Doing a little bit of damage here. Almost
The
picked
top
up.
tower was a formality based time. This damage is going to stick to the middle turret, so I like this play here.
Yeah, will. And does not regen. Only the Nexus towers regen. The only way you can regen your tower health As if you have the greatest champion in the league on your team.
Like, even at level 4 across the board, they could backdoor this top turret, but the mid turret damage is just a product of being grouped in mid.
Yeah, and that was a really nice, smooth transition there. You know, very pragmatic play from KT2.
Kakao here, he's going for the early MVP. That's been some real action.
Whoa!
Speaking of MVP.
Oh, Maffa. Looking for that one, could barely find it. Sona was just crumpled by 2 different icons there in the minimap. And Ari and Leona pick up an easier kill with Leona actually getting the kill there. Probably a bit annoyed there as Sunchip, but you know, they'll take it. A kill's a kill. And poor Squishy Sona getting caught out. Never fun times at all. Looks like Graves has made his way up here, so MVP have rotated, but that top tower's probably not going to last all that much longer. And yet Kakao is, has harder gold. We're almost expecting a quick boost of mobility, to be honest with you, but I do like that he's getting his income started off early. And looks like we've got our normal lanes, although they've just been reversed this time around. But Olaf, they're actually a level advantage up here on Nidalee, exactly what he needs here in this lane. Hitting all the axes, lots and lots of damage. In fact, Nidalee dropped below half health there. Gonna have to chug on a potion despite having a cloth armor. So Ragan doing a really nice job here on Olaf. And we often see a lot of Olaf 1v2, and I have to say, after seeing it enough times, I think I really like it. I think
it's the difference is the max of the axes there. It gives such great wave clear that even if you're being denied, if you can get forward to get, you know, 2 or 3 axes, you clear a minion wave so fast you can push back.
Yeah, and you know, even under turret, as you said, get a lot of decent kit last sitting there. And right,
that's why it's usually with the blue. That didn't happen this game, but not hurting too much for it, is he?
No, and I think one of the nicest things, because when you do have some of these 1v2 laners, one of the things that does happen that can be nice is, if things go well for you, you often end up getting levels very quickly. And a lot of the 1v2 champions that people like to play are actually ones that benefit from getting levels. Olaf is definitely a champion that benefits from getting levels. And you can see here against Nidalee, he's really been able to bully her, because she hasn't quite hit level 6 yet. So when things go well in this case, it's good. I actually saw this a lot when Vladimir was getting played 1v2 every now and then. Vlad could get accelerated levels if he didn't get denied too hard. And that was something that was really nice for him. So it was almost a strategic play based on, you know, expected experience that was being played here. But I mean, just a stroke of genius from KT here in this early game. That top tower's still not down yet though. MVP are making a real show of making
and KT are very well aware that the brush is camped here.
Yeah, it's going to be a very easy kill there. Really nice cleanup on a Nidalee. Was level 6, but not enough to get out of the Olaf. And actually flash user as well from Nidalee. So Olaf just
and the bait up
chasing
top,
down.
we see Sona escape on very low health. They're still trying to duel here, Leona, but Cho'Gath should be the cavalry they need to avoid any kills.
Yep, you killed the deterrent there, so no feat comes in at the right time. Level 4 right now for Cho'Gath, not particularly happy there from the jungle. Makai on the other side, level 5 currently. A little bit towards 6, although Cho'Gath's almost 5, so not too much of a difference there. Just like Makai's going to come to the top lane, he's like, alright, we started this, it went well, let's just finish it.
Red team's turret has
Oh, and bottom turret goes down as well, that's great news for KT.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And that's the 2 turrets in the blink of an eye, and the global gold, 3k gold lead at 8 minutes. Is it doesn't sound like a lot for this early. They'll take it.
And we could even see everybody recall shop, spend a bit of that global gold and just 5-man mid, take out that last data tower and really open up this game for KT. That would be quite the power play if they chose to make it. So we'll see. Charles up for Ryu now, Doran's Blade and Sork Shoes up as well. Kakao, Philosopher's Stone, double cheapy 10 for him and a Sight Ward. As you're right now, double Doran's Blade I saw last, and a Vap Scepter now for score. And Olaf is actually heading top lane. Gonna farm up there instead. Philo Stone plus a Ruby Crystal, with a bit of Ninja Tubby in there as well. So
it feels like a lot of the MVP herbs kind of rely on Kankui, which sounds counterintuitive. She's had a really tough time laning on Nidalee here, but obviously picked as a counter pick for Olaf, you know, a strong laner to boss around Olaf in the early levels. That hasn't happened. There's been the lane swap, there's been all sorts of things happening, and she's kind of been helped down. So what factor can she present in this game? It hasn't been the early game Nidalee we expected, that early game domination, so what can she do instead?
yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, as you mentioned, she was the wildcard pick. And KT2 just came up with a perfect solution. They saw the counter lane and said, you know what, we're not dealing with that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to throw our guys up 2v1. Have fun. And the last thing MVP had in their early game right now is fun. Not particularly.
The last thing they expected was that just super early Maokai pressure, just much quicker than we've seen in competitive games recently. I mean, Everyone knows about level 2 ganks. There was a time when you expected Lee Sin and Maokai to be camping in for brush level 2, but that time's passed. You know, you usually expect that level 3 gank, and just mixing it up, you know, increasing the speed of the ganks made a big difference.
Yeah, certainly the best time for a gimmick gank is when they least expect it. You don't want to be level 2ing when everyone's doing it, but if everyone's level 3ing with double buffs, hey, you know, it looks pretty good. A level 2 every now and then. As you said, mixing up, really important. Becoming predictable as a jungler is a very, very bad habit. Because everybody knows the jungle paths, you know, everybody knows what's popular, what certain junglers can do, what they're capable of. So if you do the same thing every game, people are going to recognize your patterns. And they're just going to start, you know, they'll do stuff like, you know, you study a team, you don't have to ward top for a while because you know what the jungler does generally. So mixing it up like that, forcing a really aggressive gank, I mean, it is risk-reward there, because if it fails, Maokai's a little bit behind. But it worked brilliantly.
And he's
there.
leveled the Twisted Advance, so that actually de-aggroes creeps, so it actually hurts his jungling more than it helps. So it was definitely a calculated thing, and if he'd missed out, he would have been slightly behind, but man, the reward they've reaped from it.
Yeah, one of those, I guess, it's kind of a medium risk, high reward play, I'd say. But so
one little thing, you have Graves soloing mid on your scorecard.
Man, if only. Thank you for that.
So close.
So close! Solo mid Graves plus. I love AD mid. I miss the good old Ash mid.
So Graves open up a very nice CS advantage here. Gold probably going to be pretty simple, so similar as we have the 1 kill on Ezreal, despite the 18 CS advantage.
Graves
so we tab over.
Yep, Graves actually
No,
behind
500 gold lead for Ezreal, so that's partly the dragon, I guess. But
and those 2 towers.
Yep.
Looking pretty nice for global gold. And
global gold, yes, good point,
that
is making most of the difference.
450 extra gold there for Ezreal, I think. In his back pocket. Actually, a bit more. It's 150, 150, 190, right? So, 490.
Hermes definitely doing his job, though. Good CS by this game's standards.
Yeah, and that's good. I mean, you know, the lanes got a little bit crazy early on here for MVP. So they need to make sure that, you know, they do get solid CS. That's definitely a thing you need to keep track of. You want your fundamentals to always be good when you're under pressure. And there's mid turret. So triple outer turret now. KT2. They have really got the next 10 minutes of this game to try and just put their foot straight through MVP and take this game out. You know, it's not done yet, but they've got a lot of room here, a lot of momentum, and a lot of things they can do. So it's very important for them to make good choices here and try and close out this game with the lead that they've given themselves. It's not, we're definitely not in, you know, their game to lose territory right now, but in a really nice spot. This is a really good spot to be in. And when you execute, you know, the 2v1 strategy, this is what you want to have happen. You want to have those 3 outer turrets down very quickly. You know, and you want to be able to force this pressure and kind of throw your opponent off. Be able to group earlier than the other team might expect. And we are going to have an invade here coming up. Oracle's up for both junglers. Sapling thrown in there, yeah, a little bit too late on that. So Cho'Gath does
And again,
that
I just have to wonder what will Nidalee provide this game.
I mean, right now she's just trying to get some CS. 81 to 87 versus Olaf, not too bad, but she's trying to hold off a split push rather than cause them. And again, with all this room that KT have, they can just add more people here. You can see Orianna. In fact, the rest of the team coming in now bottom. They want to get some damage here on this inner turret. And they're going to do quite a nice job of it. Nidalee pounces forward there in Cougar form. Spirit Rush actually from Sunchip. Oh, Twisted Advance all the way in. And an immediate flash out. Now back in the macro, ticking away. A decent ult there as well from Orianna. And the Ignite from Leona is going to kill her. But now as we come down, Muffa's very low. Score is quite low as well, but he gets out. And Ragan somehow getting out there as well. A great axe there across them. And 2 for 0, barely, for KT2 as a result of that.
And barring the turret there, that would have been an easily won fight by KT. But again, showing the advantage of that extra gold, they're really in the driver's seat, like you say.
Looking good so far. A decent defense there from MVP, but just a great defensive crescendo from Maffa. Really, really nice. I mean, that was a cute flash there from Murray. Just flung Maokai onto the tower into the enemy team, but very quick flash out there from Kakao. Able to keep it safe for now. And yeah, they turned it around as well. It's a team fight drag on a bit. I mean, it was very amusing. But that Orianna Sona, lots of utility, lots of ability. Even the Maokai ult in there as well, preventing some of that damage. And the undertow for the AoE slow, just really, really making sure that MVP could not continue chasing there. And
Ezreal with a sick blind ult.
Oh wow. He picks it up.
He stole the blue.
I was just kind of chilling there and mid following him. I see him all. I was like, oh, I wonder what's that for? I look over and oh, here's the blue buff. Very nice there. Bloodthirst up for score now as well. That is a definitive advantage over Graves right now in terms of items. I mean, Graves, if he wants a Bloodthirster, oh, he is far away if he wants a Bloodthirster. That is unfortunate. Although, did he go buy something? No, he just finished the BF sword there. So, yeah, 1,000 gold the difference now between the ADs. And that 1,000 gold is basically the Bloodthirster that Ezreal has that Graves currently doesn't. And that's going to be quite a thing here. Ragnar now could get caught out here. Ragnarok up. Yes, it is. Maybe not too worried. Oh, the rest of the team coming. Olaf, run! He chugs. Throws his axe away.
And that pressure, the 5-man ostensibly ganked there, gifts a free dragon to KTB.
And there we are. Easy as a please, cleaning that one up. As KT slayed the dragon there. Score picking up credit for that.
7k is the lead has grown to.
More pushing out now. Again, so much pressure from KT2. This is what they can afford to do with all the space that they've gotten from all these outer turrets here, just sending people left, front, and center. Ezreal down the bottom, Olaf up in top lane. The rest of them, they'll rotate. Which lane do I need to be in? Do I need to be bot? Do I need to be mid? Do I need to be top? And everything right now is just doing so nicely. And KT, they'll have this turret. They can defend from it very easily. Orianna's got good wave clear. And look at Ezreal. Just doing damage to that turret. A little bit more piece at a time. In fact, it's going to go down. The minions pick it up there, and Score's going to get out of here easily, I think, at this point.
And you have to think that right now, I mean, they got the last blue from that sick ult from Ezreal, but now with that amazing vision provided by having both the outer and inner turret of bottom lane, with a couple of wards here, they should have complete control of this side of MvP Blue's jungle.
And you can see that in action right now, how aggressively they're pushing through the blue side of the jungle. Or the blue side of the red jungle, I should say. That could get confusing. Sunchip.
Let's not say too many colors now.
No. Certainly not. Not while we're in our fragile state. Ragan chasing up as Olaf. One of the best ball carriers in the world. Ball by Olaf goes in. Charm there. Could Ragnarok out of it, but doesn't really want to. There's the distance to speed him up. He's kind of low on mana. There's a poke in from Italy. Oh, hits the axe on the Sunchip. They're going to get it. So much damage from Orianna. And Ryu's going to pick that one up. And again, just piece by piece, KT2. Just continuing control of this game. That's a great ult from Ori! And Score, he picks up a kill. And there's an easy triple as they go 4-0 already. And Italy is dead. Goodbye. Goodbye, Noble Cougar. Not even a chance there. Not a snowball's chance in hell to live. And that's an ace for KT2. What an incredible push they have had in here.
And if you missed that, it was the flash twisted advance into the Sona ultimate into just a clutch Orianna ult.
Yeah, I caught just the end of Ryu's ult there.
They all exploded.
And that's what happens. That was the team fight that looked good, that we saw from KT2 that we were worried about. And you know what they did? They didn't just sit on that team fight. They laned beautifully to get to this point. And right now, when you're ahead with AoE, it's filthy. It's so hard. Because whenever you group when you're ahead, you force the enemy to group. When you force the enemy to group and you have this much AoE that's this good, you just do exactly what happened there. You demolish the enemy team. 5-0, and it's just not close. And that's what's happening right now. MvP Blue, they've got to pull multiple rabbits and their feet out of some hats right now if they want to continue.
And they just have no linchpin. They have no one to point to and say, okay, let's build our fight, let's build our next engagement around this champion. If you have a look down, I mean, every member of KTB here ahead of their opponents with no more shining example than Nidalee here. Unfortunately held down from the start when she died level 1. She's just, you know, I was talking about what will it take for her to be relevant this game. I'm going to come out and say she isn't going to be relevant this game.
And, you know, that's not any poor play on Kenku's part. That's just how well KT have played this. And, you know, you say Nidalee's not going to be relevant. Almost anyone on MVP right now is not going to have all that much chance. I mean, Graves is the closest, finishing up his Bloodthirster. But we've got Pickaxe and Zeal up already in KT2. They're taking a 20-minute Baron. They know exactly how strong they are right now. Clearing out that ward. I mean, Leona's going to know, but I don't know if the response here from MVP is going to be good enough. And even if they do group up here, they're going to have to time this very well. There's a good stun from Leona onto Score. Ryu coming in as well. They need to group up there. They are finishing Baron, but it's secured by Maokai. And that's great play from Kakao with the smile under pressure. And you can see MVP just everywhere right now, taking so much damage. Completely split around the Baron pit. A great ult from Matha. Kenkui's in trouble now as well. Nearly not slippery enough this time. A triple kill for Sona as Matha channels the spirit of Ghosty Pepper in this last game.
We've seen definitely some multi-kills from supports this tournament. We've seen 2 triple kills from Sona and a triple kill from Tarek as well, so they're really getting going.
And 5-0 Baron, 4-0. has been the story in the last few minutes here for KT2. They got an inhibitor first time, and looks like, yeah. Think if Graves is disconnecting, we have an answer.
I don't see a pause.
Me5 living as well. We are going to get the official GG. Congratulations, KT2, the first team to go through to IEM Singapore for the Asia qualifiers.